Okay, we talked about taking pictures on vacation yesterday. Let's talk about what to go and look at while on vacation today. Because every time I go on vacation to a place, I like to get a travel guide, and I prefer the top 10 of the city. I like these books because they have small chapters on what to see, the top 10 of the sites, the top 10 of the markets, the top 10 of history, have short articles. You don't need to read long stuff, which I like. What I also like is that they have a map in the back and a takeout map, which you can easily carry around with yourself. And I like using these books because they sort of give you a distilled version of what to do in a city. But what I noticed traveling this time in Barcelona is that Barcelona is a very architectural heavy city. So you get a lot of architecture and buildings to look at and buildings to go into. And I really don't like to go and look inside of churches, cathedrals, and I didn't go up the Sagrada Familia. I barely looked at it and I was like, okay, I've seen it, I'm done, let's leave, because it was too crowded for me. I felt like everywhere there was just a bunch of people. And then another thing that you should definitely see in Barcelona is La Rambla, which is this huge pedestrian area, and it is nice, but I was at some point, like everywhere I went, it was either buildings that you were herded through and you had to pay entrance, and then you were looking at stuff with a lot of people. You didn't have time to really appreciate it. Or you were in an area where there was shops, just shopping. It felt like traveling has become all about looking at all the things and buying all the things. I kind of didn't feel interested in either of it. And even looking at all the shops, it was just random collections of things you can buy everywhere. Even with markets, I went to this one market because it was the only one that was open, and it was in my guidebook and it said like, oh, this is a good market. So I thought like, okay, let's have a look. And I was so disappointed, and it had me realize that happens to me all the time. Almost every time I go to a street market, which is like advertised as a must visit when on vacation, I'm like, why am I looking at this? This is like a Trödelmarkt. I'm gonna look up the word and put it in here. And I don't know, is it just me who doesn't want to go shopping on vacation? Or not only, I mean, I don't mind going into shops, but is that all there is to see in other cities? Buildings and shopping? Okay, that sounds bad. I also went to museums and looked at art, but I'm never interested in history or natural museums when I'm in a city. Maybe it's just me. Tell me in comments what you like to do when you travel. What do you like to see when you visit a city? Let's talk about what we visit and how we organize our trips. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.